Well, hello again, lovely David Luke customers. I hope you're all well. I would like to say thank you to those of you who haven't asked me to stop doing these videos. And I'd also say don't get put off by the length of this one. It has got a special song at the end from my dad in Australia. Today, I wanted to talk to you about some of the measures I'm aware of that people are taking in order to bridge the gap that we're currently experiencing in terms of cash. Schemes for retailers, I think you'll probably know a lot more than I do about them, but just to kind of share some of the insights of people I know are benefiting from business rates relief, cash grants from councils, rent negotiations. One council that I've been made aware of this week that has paid out a cash grant just a week after application. So persevere, keep chasing, and then hopefully you can benefit from some of those. The job retention scheme, so the furloughing that we're now hearing so much about, you can furlough your staff and then get a rebate for up to 80% of their salaries. And you can also, as a director of a business, be furloughed and you can still carry on your statutory duties. So I think that's just also something that's worth being aware of. It is the most generous scheme really at the moment, but clearly you have to have access to cash up front in order to then get the repayment further down the line. So I think that kind of leads on to bank lending. Many of you will be used to this in just managing your working capital through the year. But for those who aren't really as used to it, I think we really have to accept that it needs to become the new norm. Speaking to banks is going to be really important. They have a really vital part to play in getting us through this, and don't take no for an answer. The business interruption loan scheme, that's known as the CIBIL. I know businesses have had mixed success with this, but there are changes being made all the time. Just this morning, some key changes were announced. So they're changing personal guarantees. There won't necessarily be the requirement to have already asked for commercial lending before applying for that. So don't dismiss this route if it hasn't been successful for you yet. I think there are going to be many more schemes and tips and advice coming through in the coming weeks. I think YouTubers say things like, please comment below. But if we can create some kind of forum or share different experiences that people are having, then particularly schoolwear retailers, I think that would be absolutely great. And so please do let us know the different ways you're approaching things. Because once we have sorted the bridging the cash gap that we're all currently trying to do, we've got to get fast onto the get back to school done issues and working together with suppliers and retailers to do the best job that we can with such a huge operational pause. But in the meantime, a few of you have been asking after my dad. And for those of you that don't know him so well, is the immediate past chair of the Schoolwear Association and our chairman. And he and my mum went out to Australia to visit my brother and his family, and we're not quite sure when he's going to be back. So in their isolation, they've sent us over this song with their own lyrics. It's a very well-known song in Australia. It's not as well-known over here, and you might just want to turn your volume down a little bit. But have a great weekend. I'll be in touch again next week, and enjoy this.
This is our version of We Are One, and it's called Anglo-Australians.
We are old and we are English. We've travelled miles over land and sea. We share our genes with the Burgess family, with all their crazy building schemes. We've now moved in with great endeavour. No help from dreadful Aussie weather. Oh, we are old, but we are stranded, and don't know when we can return. We're now locked down and feel like prisoners, like the convicts of yesteryear. We're short of pasta and of loo rolls, and there's no escape from here. We are old and we were English, but now we're going to remain. We are old and we were English, but we are Australians.
G'day, coppers!
Bang, bang, bang. Yeah,